Right, hi guys. Today we're keeping with the theme of Pythagoras, but this time we're going to work out the short side of our right angled triangle. Remember, for Pythagoras theorem to work, it has to be right angled. And even if it said, is this triangle right angled, what you would be aiming to prove was that the two shorter sides squared would equal the square of the longer side. That's really important. So for this one, I'll always start by writing my formula down, and that's what you should do. Draw the diagram, write down the formula, and then think, okay, how am I going to label my sides? Well, we know that C is always the longest. And I think if you were going to get a question like this wrong, it would be that you would miss that. C is always the longest. I'm going to call that one A and that one B. I mean, you can be consistent. You can always call that one A and that one B, but sometimes they're twisted around. A and B doesn't really matter. So I'm going to move into the next phase of the question, putting my numbers into the right places. A squared plus B squared equals, A squared plus 7 squared, got carried away with myself there, is equal to 25 squared. So then work out what I know. A squared plus 49 is equal to 25 squared is 625. Then I'm going to take away the 49 from both sides. To give me the A squared is equal to 576. And then I'm going to square root both sides, so I know that A is equal to the square root of 576, which is 24 centimetres. So, process: you draw the diagram, write down your formula, decide your A, B and C, but C is always this long one, which we call the hypotenuse. I ought to add that in there as well. Hypotenuse. 3 words: hypo, ten, use. Hypotenuse. It's from the Greek, meaning opened out by, and it's the side that's opened out by the right angle. Okay, so another example: A squared plus B squared equals C squared. C is the longest. I'm just going to be consistent and call this one A and this one B. So then, putting in my numbers, I've got 8 squared plus B squared is equal to 17 squared, and 8 squared is 64 plus B squared equals 17 squared. Now I think 17 squared is 289, but I'll just check. 17 squared does indeed equal 289. So at this point I'll take 64 from both sides. Excuse me, B squared is equal to 225. So B is equal to the square root of 225. On my calculator, square root 225 is equal to 15. So B is equal to 15 centimetres. And of course you could always check. 8 squared plus 15 squared is equal to 289, which we know we square root the answer to give us 17. Now, I give you 2 examples there of what we call Pythagorean triples, in that they work out as whole numbers, but remember that is not always going to be the case, and if you're ever not asked specifically about a level of rounding, I would recommend you always go for 3 significant figures. Okay, thank you.